This is the real hustle.
Hey yo. I like doing that. It's fun. Anywho, hi guys. Welcome back to This is the Real Hustle. And to those of you first time coming, hi, welcome. Welcome. This is a safe space, guys. Hopefully you hear me with my mic on. I might bust a flow today. I'm not sure. I really wasn't in the mood for busting flows. I'm not even gonna lie. However, I don't mind busting a little freestyle for y'all. Yeah, hear me cool. All right. Mm. This for the new people. If y'all, y'all here, or for the old people, it is what it is. Not old, but Yeah. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yes, I got gum in my mouth today too. I'm sorry, y'all. I needed it. I'm a little low key. It's one of my things. Anyway, mic check 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Okay. Today haven't been great, but guess what? I'm here anyway. Hey, that last part didn't rhyme, but it's okay, because I'm here time at the time, week after week. I don't even think. I just hop on a video, then I get to tweak it. Then I start tweak. Nah, I don't know about the end, but y'all feel me. You see, freestyle vibe day. Nah, for real, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Today has been a trying day, okay? I'm talking about I was exhausted today. I couldn't sleep good last night. That's what it was. And I had to work. But honey, child, I'm glad it's the day. The work day has come to an end and I can relax finally. So today's a vibe check. Okay, so the people are new. Today is just a vibe check. Next week will be a full episode. So today is just to check in with yourself, check in and just see how you feeling. So we're gonna start with me. Honestly, I really feel like off a little bit. Like, so let me tell you something. I learned something about myself that I get overstimulated very, very quickly now. Fix those glasses. Those of you know. I get overstimulated very, very quickly now, and I haven't realized, well, I had not realized what some of the triggers were. You know what I'm saying? Or what every aspect of overstimulation was, or what it actually means, or what it actually feels like. Because you can hear people say, I'm overstimulated all the time. However, what does it really mean? You know what I'm saying? So I want to give y'all the definition of overstimulated and then tell you what I be feeling like. And yes, I wanted to tell y'all what sorry, it's my gum. Overstimulation means. So I'm gonna give you the definition of it. Or overstimulated or overstimulate. It means let me find a better meaning than that one. It says overstimulation is when the brain gets too much input at once. This can make it hard to focus, think clearly, or stay calm. Feeling annoyed or drained, acting confused or frustrated, and not being able to make decisions could be signs of overstimulation in adults. Being overstimulation is unpleasant, to say the least. It kind of been affecting me a little bit. I didn't even realize it was, but I guess it kind of been on my mind, and I didn't realize it until I guess today. But like I was kind of crying off and on. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with me? But that was only a part of it. Not only that, dealing with situations with my kids and just trying to figure that whole thing out, because I don't know who in the world said that you got to get them kids to 18 and they'll be cool. That is a lie. It gets better when they get older. A lie. Don't ever lie. Don't let nobody lie to y'all. Because the second that them twins of mine turned 18, let's fix them glasses again. Mind you, turn 18, honey. They turned 18. They start 18. That's what we're gonna call it. They start 18 honey, and it has been a mess. Hot ass mess. Excuse my French for the people that may be a little younger, but for real, it's been tough. And I've been praying and doing my best to allow them to experience life and not try to control what they do, but be the support. Um, if they call me, voice the reason. Now, I'm not gonna get you out of every jam because this is what you choose. So do what you do. So that's been overstimulating me. I'm just saying, like, so I haven't figured out a way to, I guess, process everything as far as with my kids. However, I can, I guess, empathize with her. I don't know what she felt when she was my age and we was growing up and she didn't know what to do, or we was, the times were different from when she was younger. So she's weaning it, you know what I'm saying? And then like her mama, I'm sure was weaning it because like every generation is different. So it's hard to use what you learned with this generation because this generation is different from your generation, if that makes sense. I'm a parent. It don't come with a handbook. Sometimes we be having to grab stuff at the back of that head or a little off the back of that neck and make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But anyway, so going back to overstimulation, so a lot of things played a part in it. And so being overstimulated is not healthy for me. And I don't think it's healthy for anybody. However, I know it's not healthy for me for sure because it causes all kind of other things to go out of whack in my body. And so I also was feeling manic at the same time. And I guess I was getting the two confused because I almost felt like the same thing. And then I didn't even realize that I had crashed out low key, not crashed out like the crash out people be talking about want to fight. I just started feeling like super drained. It was like I could not retain any more information in my head or in my brain. It was like on overload, literally, like the definition said. And so it had me emotional because I'm just like, what is this? It does not feel the same. But y'all, overstimulation, it's horrible. I was drained. I was just like groggy, just really not myself, irritable. I was all of the things. And that was just earlier today too. I hadn't been feeling good. Just like not for something specific, I guess, that I can actually explain. You know, the regular little weather stuff is going on, however, but it was something deeper than that I can't even put my finger on. It's just like a deep feeling of I almost started feeling sad. Like my friend had came over, I gave her a hug or whatever. Like, hey, you know, and I started crying. I'm like, what am I crying for? Like, why am I crying? And it was cries. It was like for real cry, like not but it was tears. It was not. And I couldn't say why. I just know that it needed to happen. So I didn't know at the time it needed to happen until it started happening. So I let it happen. And I won't say that I feel completely better, but I did feel some sense of a release. So that was cool. And then not complaining at all. Thank you, God, for the jobs that I have. However, it is exhausting at times. And then there are times where I feel like I am at a age in my life where I should know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I should be walking in what God has for me to do. And I should be in, if not a career that the world says I should be in, but I should have my own stuff or at least have a plan to be working on it, right? And I do have a few things that I'm working on, thinking about or whatever. However, I'm not quite sure, and God is not of confusion, so I don't want to do anything that I'm not 100% on, or you know what I'm saying? Like I know for sure that this is from God, or I know for sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm in a space of the unknown and I can't stand it. I was talking to a friend of mine and he was just like, you got to learn how to be okay in the gray area. And gray is a cool color, but it's not my color. I like black and I like white. So I'm black or white. And what he said was black and white is good art. And I'm like, what? What you mean by that? He said, because you miss the piece. I don't know if he uses these words, but it's like you miss stuff in the gray area, in the unknown. God will give you as much as you need without giving you all of it. So that way you can go through the journey and learn what you need to learn while you're in the journey. And when you get to where he's taking you, it'll feel better. There go them glasses again. Need to get some new ones to get y'all bomb. Okay, anyway. So he was just like, it's about the journey. It's about being in the present moment. And I was just thinking when he said it, I'm like, I've never actually been I've never been in the present. It's always survival. It's always figuring something out. It's always wanting to know what's happening. God will give me a piece of something and I want to know what's going to happen so I can get there now because I don't have time to be waiting. However, we do need that time. We need that pause so that way we can process everything that we need to process and actually, even if we don't understand it, we can at least, I'm gonna say understand. I'm gonna say understand because if we understand, that means we understand what's happening. However, that doesn't mean we have to like it. And it also does understand to me, like how do I explain it without when you understand something, that means my spirit understands it. However, my flesh may not. But on the inside, what matters does. That's how I'm going to explain it. Y'all may have your own explanation. So then understand to me, when I say understand, is when I'm speaking about God is what I'm working on. Because I understand what God's saying because I am at his feet. I am following you. I understand you, God, because you're teaching me what I need to know. Understand, like after I have understanding from God, now I have understanding in my spirit. However, my flesh is still my flesh and I'm working on it. And sometimes I overstand things as well. And to me, I'm going too far, y'all. Never mind. Listen, I'm gonna just stick with the under and the over. I mean, under and inner because the over. I explained this to my daughter the other day, and sometimes y'all, I be going in to say the same thing, but like I said, um, when he said it, it hit me like right here, like, dang, you right. Like I really going back, I really don't know how to be in a gray area. I don't know how to be in the pause. I don't know how to be in the slow space because I want to get where I'm going so fast. I just don't like sitting doing nothing. However, a lot of the times we need to sit and do nothing because that's when God is talking the loudest. That's when we are journaling. That's when we are doing stuff. We're being proactive, being creative, or whatever, just to, get a sense of peace and hear from God or hear what we need to hear or just sort out our own thoughts. So I want to encourage everybody to be okay with being in gray area. We're gonna work through that together because I ain't there. I don't know how to do it. I can't sit here and lie and say I do. So that's something that I'm working on and we can work on it together. What I learned, I'll give y'all right now. What I do know is that the first thing I will say is that being in the gray is okay. Being in the pause is okay. I also heard a YouTuber, I can't remember her name, say that God has us in a pause or in a gray area or in a slow, still space because the next level that He's taking us to, we won't have the time to sit and rest. We won't have the time to be still, be in a pause. So He wants us to enjoy it now. So that way, when things start to pick up and when we start to go towards, further and deeper into our purpose and our spirit, that we won't be exhausted. So if you don't embrace the pause and the gray area now, one, you will miss out on things that God is trying to show you. Two, being in the present moment and you won't be able to be in the present moment and you will miss out on like not even just God things, but life, like your kids, like friends, what you enjoy, like What do you like to do? What makes you happy? Like, what brings you joy? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things we need to figure out in the stillness, and not necessarily figure them out. Pray about it and let God show you and lead you to those things. You know what I mean? So I'm encouraging everybody to be okay in the stillness, and we're gonna learn it, and we're gonna do this together. And then just being okay with just being, right? So anyway, like I said, it's a vibe check, and y'all, I like I said, I'm be transparent. That's just I'm all over the place sometimes. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be honest. So a few things, like I said, just going back over, processing out loud. I felt like I was manic, which I was, and then I crashed, and then I realized that I was sad. When I said I was crying, I needed some kind of release. I realized I have some abandonment issues when it comes to my mom, you know what I mean, my family or friends and stuff, period, but not even necessarily with friends too. You know what I'm saying? Just we're gonna be honest. I didn't feel abandoned a lot because I feel like I'm always there for people, and then it'd be so easy for people to forget you. It'd be so easy for people to just be like, whatever, if they don't hear from you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before. And it's like, nah, I be getting tired of the same things. However, I want a person to fight for me as much as I fight for them. And then also, if they don't, I gotta learn to be okay with the fact that they not, and then still not hate them or be mad at them and love them for who they are and where they are and be good. You know what I'm saying? And trust that the spirit of God that's in them loves me. Their core is still the same no matter what. So that's what I was going through. I guess from last week to this week. Yeah. Anyway, going back. So yeah, that was the vibe check for this week. See, I'm on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy, but I want to be healthy. But loving you was never good for me. Hey, I can't get out emotional roller coaster. See, oh, nothing happened. All right, I quit. Hey, y'all, I be cracking myself. Oh, I hope y'all get a good laugh off this too. Oh, real quick before I end. I decided that instead of calling it a podcast, right? I want it to be like a vlog type of thing. Still every week, we'll do these check-ins like that, the vibe check. We still do this on the episode days. It'll be like long, it will be like an episode. However, I still want it to be personable. I like having these kind of conversations. I feel like my friend on the other land, like, what's the girl? Or my homeboy, like, listen, I need your advice. But am I crazy for feeling like this? I need you to tell me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I need to personable with my people are for the kids on here. All right, young lady, young teenage girl, how you feeling? Because I was a teenager too. Had my son when I was 16. Listen, let me tell y'all the truth. We can talk about that another time. So listen, I'm gonna go live, and I want everybody to get up on here, and so I'm gonna click some of y'all in, so we can have a real conversation. Yeah. So I hope y'all could follow me. I told y'all I'm gonna just be transparent. If you follow along, follow along. But whoever's supposed to be here is gonna be here. Like, y'all be struggling. This is just everyday life. That's what we doing. Life, y'all. So, like I said before, thank y'all for tuning in. It's a vibe check. How y'all feeling? Check in with yourself. What you feeling like? You happy? You sad? You emotional? You up? You down? You around the corner? What you feeling like? And y'all don't be commenting. I'm about sick of it. Well, some of y'all be commenting. Thank you. But for the ones that don't, listen, if we gonna elevate, if we gonna grow, if we gonna do something different, if we really gonna talk about the stuff that people don't want to talk about so we can help each other heal and help each other be better, gotta start commenting. Like, come on, let's do this together. But anywho, that's enough for today, guys. I am still a little tired, but I popped. I'm here. I'm gonna step up every time. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Real Hustle Vibe Check. And I hope to see y'all next Wednesday. It's gonna be great, guys. Thank y'all again. My heart is happy. Regardless if it's 10, 15, 30, however many, one. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching and just allowing me to process my thoughts and stuff out loud because I be all over the place. That's what I'm about to be doing. I hope y'all can rock with me with this. I know y'all will. But anyway, I'll see you next week. Oh, next week too. It'll be much roller coaster, but I gotta clear my throat for this one. Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. We're gonna unpack some bags next week. I've been carrying these bags for too long, y'all. I'm sick of it. Listen, I'm trying to hurt my back. Listen. Okay, y'all. See y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I say every time, like, share, subscribe, comment. And I'll see y'all soon. Thank you for tuning in to This Real Hustle. Bye.
That's it for today's episode of This is the Real Hustle. If something hit your heart, share it, tag a friend, or just sit with it. Remember, this hustle is not about performing, it's about becoming. Life is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. You can follow the show at The Real Hustle Pod, DM me, and tell me what your this is. I see you, I'm praying for you, and we're walking this thing out together, one conversation at a time.